This episode of today's iconic moment in New York sports history is presented by Tri-State Cadillac dealers. February 22nd, 1980, the United States men's hockey team defeated the heavily favored Soviet Union team at the 1980 Lake Placid Olympics in what has become known as the Miracle on Ice. Entering those games, the Soviet Union had won 4 consecutive gold medals in ice hockey. The team consisted mostly of professional players with extensive experience. Team USA, on the other hand, was mostly made up of amateur players. In fact, it was the youngest team in the tournament. The USA-Soviet Union matchup was the first game in the medal round. The Soviets struck first at the 9:12 mark, and USA's Buzz Schneider tied it at 1 nearly 5 minutes later. At the end of the first, the score was tied at 2. In the second period, the Soviet Union's coach brought in the team's backup goalie, which was a move he would later call the biggest mistake of his career. The Soviets added another goal in the second, putting the score at 3-2 going into the third. USA's Mark Johnson tied the game in the third with a power play goal, and a few shifts later, USA captain Mike Eruzione gave the USA its first lead with just 10 minutes left to play. Americans held their breath for 10 minutes, and finally, broadcaster Al Michaels counted down the final seconds in the game. As time expired, he delivered his famous, "Do you believe in miracles?" Yes! 2 days later, the U.S. men defeated Finland 4-2 to bring home the gold medal, but it was the victory over the Soviet Union that would be considered one of the greatest sporting events in history.